How you doing? Welcome, and I'll keep this very short today. No doubt everybody's winding up or winding down for Christmas, so I just wanted to say this is my last video of 2021, and I look forward to seeing you all bright and breezy, safe and sound in 2022. So it's been a bit of a challenging year, no doubt, for everybody, and in terms of freedom, in terms of job and job security, and in terms of losing loved ones, no matter what the circumstance. So my heart goes out to everybody who's suffered or has been upset or has just had a run of bad luck during the last year. So we're hoping, fingers crossed, that the entire world's turned a corner, and let's wait and see what 2022 can bring us, and face it full on and keep on trooping on. I think that's what we do best. So firstly, I'd like to thank all of you. It was a little downbeat, wasn't it? But anyway, I'd just like to thank all of you for the support in this last year, last 6 months really, in getting this channel off the ground. So I'm eternally grateful, and thank you very much for sticking with me. And maybe by now some of you can actually understand my accent. Hopefully that is, without the need for subtitles. So I'd like to thank you all very much for that. I'm really, really grateful. I suppose if I look around the world, as photography is a global phenomenon, I suppose I could do a very small shout out to those people who've influenced me in the past several years, but especially in the past year. So if I start off in my home country of the UK, I think a special thanks needs to go out to Lynne Luxon-Jones, a fabulous photographer who just infects you with her enthusiasm and desire to take photographs regardless. She's slightly self-deprecating in the fact that she doesn't think she gets anything special, but boy, does she pull them out the bag. She is an excellent photographer and a wonderful person just to travel along with and enjoy the UK. So she's someone I'd recommend. I'll pop the links down in the description. If we move across to Ireland, where my mother was born, I suppose I've got an affinity both with the UK and with the landscape of Ireland. I think we need to talk about Darren J Spoonley. He's again, it goes without saying that these are all fantastic photographers, but what sets him aside is his easy lyrical style. I just love his accent. Maybe that's because I was brought up, my mother had a strong Irish accent, and I just love the brogue. And he concentrates primarily, or I think his affinity is with the sea, and they have some absolutely awesome cliffs and sea stacks, and you name it, all in and around that Irish coast. And he takes you through, explains everything that he does in a wonderful style, and I can't recommend him enough. If we move on to I suppose America, a special call that goes to Paul Cook. His easy style and thoughtful and quiet delivery of his vlog is a wonderful one too. I often wake up and then watch a vlog or two over breakfast, and his one is one that I always look forward to. So not only do we get great photography, and not only do we have a great host and narrator, we also get to hear and understand some of the history of the areas in which he visits. So Paul is, thanks Paul, it's been great. Special call out to Paul. And then when we hit Australia, I'm going to apologise now because there's so many photographers who I could say have directly influenced me and this channel. So in terms of photography, I think it's probably in Smissen. So he lives along the Great Ocean Road, and as you expect, with all that fabulous landscape and seascape opportunities, that his vlogs are just littered with absolute gems, and they are. He's a thoroughly nice guy, thoughtful and helpful in the extreme, and his vlogs are ones that I watched for many years before I even decided to dip my toe into vlogging, and I think if I get half as good as Ian, then I'll be doing really well. So special thanks to Ian. And since I've been creating these videos, there's a couple of other photographers. So I think it's Rauri Barron is one that comes to mind. He's a great photographer. He's an absolutely awesome videographer when it comes to this sort of interaction with his audience, one-on-one. He's whoops. Yep, Rafi's letting yourself know that he's here. He's barking at our chickens. Okay. Rory, check him out. He dips his toe into every genre of landscape photography, be it woodland, waterfall, seascape. He seems to be, he can do it all. He's a talented guy, so check him out. And the other one is Peter Fritz, and it's Peter Fritz times 2. There are 2 Peter Fritzes in Melbourne, Victoria, who are both vloggers. One quite prolific, and the other one a little less so. So we're both photographers. So we have Peter Fritz, the photographer alone. I won't say alone as disparaging, but just alone. That's what he concentrates on. Professional photographer, fabulous vlogs, and he always puts out content that makes you think about your practice, about the photography practice, about why he does it, why he thinks that you should think about in the field, the things that you should think about in the field, and how you can go about improving your photography. He's a great presenter and a great photographer. And Peter Fritz, the other Peter Fritz, Peter Fritz, I'm not going to call them 1 and 2, but Peter Fritz, who owns a Troopy, and him and his wife Elizabeth, they when they get the opportunity, when COVID allows, travel around Australia, making videos with their all-terrain 4-wheel drive vehicle, and highly entertaining. They'll take you to nooks and crannies of Australia that you didn't know existed, and they do it with this easy, friendly style that you just can't help but just be engaged with them and enjoy the journey with them. They're friends of mine, so I'm bound to say they're fantastic people, but they are. Check out their channel and you will enjoy, no doubt, the journey up to date. And then as soon as COVID allows and work allows, I'm sure they'll be off doing another half-quarter trip around Australia through the outback with their 4-wheel drive vehicle, just taking us along. And I suppose that's it really. I want to, again, a special thanks to everyone who supported me through this. I'm trying to do this in one take. I'm just going to do it in one take. I'm not going to cut and paste and do anything. I'm just going to put it out as it is. Just at the end, I'm going to do a selection of my favourite images from 2021. So I'll pop them up next. I hope you enjoy it, and I'll check out here and just say thank you again. I said thank you about a dozen times, and I can't say it enough. I really do mean that. The support has been amazing, and you keep me motivated and keep me wanting to do these. So thank you again. And next is my my favourite photographs of 2021. So here's to 22, and let's get those cameras out. And as I always say, get up, get out, get the shot, and then get it on a wall. Hey, so you take care, and I'll see you in the new year. Bye now. See ya.